Those tents were set up in this green belt you see right behind me. Now, the person who set them up says he was only trying to help out, but it was a Craigslist ad that got people outraged. This Craigslist ad making the rounds on social media. The post claims you can rent a solar-powered tent with Wi-Fi for $400. As you can imagine, it's causing quite a stir in Whittier. Many people taking to social media to express their concerns. But the organizer says that's a bogus ad.
I'm thinking that was haters, copycats. I mean, it's open season on the internet. It's Craigslist. So I'm thinking that people just want to shed negative light on this whole thing.
Gregory Williams says the tents were never intended for people to stay there. He says it was a solar-powered charging station.
It can charge up to 100 cell phones. It can also provide Wi-Fi to up to 15 devices. I offered it here for free for everyone here to use.
Get ready to toe that line and put your nuts on the table because they're about to get waffle stomped. What's going on, everyone? Dominic the Dominator coming to you from my kitchen. Normally I have my little soundstage set up in my room with the little black backdrop and all the trinkets and cool stuff in the background. Didn't really have time for that. I really wanted to get a video out. I know I've been lagging on that. Just been extremely busy driving back and forth from Arizona to LA, working on our housing projects for homeless veterans and veterans in need. While I was down there, I got to witness firsthand these little RV tent camps, and I'm gonna elaborate on them and talk about them and just really talk about what pisses me off about this guy and this guy that's going out and just taking people's money on the emphasis that he's doing humanitarian work and doing something really good for the community. Before I get started, a lot of the stuff I will be talking about is from firsthand experience, from talking to the homeless population on ground zero with this guy, and also what was said in the newscast or newsreel you saw at the beginning. So without further ado, let's go do this. So like I said, I did a lot of traveling back and forth between Arizona and Los Angeles, working with a lot of other nonprofits in the area, promoting our housing and our veteran projects that we have for vets. While attending these meetings, we also talk about troubleshooting, case management, and other things that we come across while we're trying to be active in the community and getting the homeless population off the streets and into permanent housing. While there, this little shipwreck right here named Greg Williams is going around posting on Craigslist. What this guy's doing is going around posting on Craigslist about how he has RVs and tents for rent with beds, solar panel, and Wi-Fi. They have cots. They do have the solar panels to charge like electrical stuff like your phone. I haven't confirmed about the whole Wi-Fi when I kind of approach some of these. But the problem with this is he's setting them up in illegal spots. So let's say he's setting up these tent camps and on sidewalks and other parks where it's illegal. He's parking these RVs, pulling the battery out, letting homeless population live in there on marked red curbs, on streets that say no recreational vehicle parking from 2 to 4, and all this other rules and legalities of what he's doing, parking them in illegal spots. So let's say it's me. I approach him. I say, hey, I want to rent one of your RVs. Here's $50 for the deposit, and here's $500 for the rent. I'm in there, let's say 2 weeks. All of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. Sheriff's department come knocking on the door, say you got 72 hours to leave. So I'm calling him up and let him know, hey, I need my money back. I'm about to leave. I'm not even here for the whole time. So at the end of the 72 hours, all of a sudden this guy pops up, puts the battery into the RV and takes off. Now, being that there's no check and no receipt or nothing, it's just all straight paper money. There's no trail. There's his word versus my word. And now I'm out of the money. So then this guy goes to another street, guess what? Drops off the RV, pulls the battery out, takes your money, and then does it again. That's the same with the tents. That's the same thing that's what's going on in Whittier, California, where this news report was. I actually, on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, today's Sunday, so whatever the Wednesday was, I can't think of the date off the top of my head. But that Wednesday, I went down there and actually checked these all out, talked to the homeless population. This is what they're telling me that this guy's saying. The news report was done on Thursday. And what I'm being told is that this guy goes around and promotes it, and it's on Craigslist. But as you can see, he's denying. In fact, let's roll the tape and let's go see what he says again.
But the organizer says that's a bogus ad.
I'm thinking that was haters, copycats. I mean, it's open season on the internet. It's Craigslist. So I'm thinking that people just want to shed negative light on this whole thing.
Gregory Williams says the tents were never intended for people to stay there. He says it was a solar-powered charging station.
It can charge up to 100 cell phones. It can also provide Wi-Fi to up to 15 devices. I offered it here for free for everyone here to use.
Whittier residents are not having it.
It's a tent, and it has no place in a public setting like that. A tent does not have a place. This is not a camping area.
We've learned the tents are on property owned by Caltrans and that the state has deemed this an illegal campsite. So the organizers have no choice but to break it down. But Williams says the tents were set up as a demo for other cities with high homeless populations.
I have a GoFundMe page that I'm trying to get out there and get word out that I have these solar charging stations that I want to put in all high traffic areas so that people can use for free.
So here's the issue. Saying that it's going to be haters. Haters are posting something about you, about all the great work you're doing. They're going to post something and make for rent signs. So I did a little investigation. I tried looking up for this GoFundMe humanitarian BS. Couldn't find it. I asked a couple of the caseworkers that actually had links to it. Says they can't find it. They think it's erased, probably because of all the pressure. But here's another thing. So here I got two search going on. So I got two links, as you can see right here, 1 and 2. Here's the first picture. Right here it says it was erased. So that means Craigslist came in and flagged it, whatever, so it's gone. But here in this next picture, it says deleted by author. So if I don't like you, if I have issues with you and I'm a hater, as you say, why would I take it down? In fact, wouldn't I be posting a bunch of more of, not just over here in this state, not in that state, but over here in this county and that county and this city and that city? I'm going to keep these going because I don't like you. I don't like what you're doing because you're helping the homeless and I don't like you and I'm a big hater. So I'm going to keep these up and running. And I might even send an email or something to a newscast, say, yeah, that is me. I am Greg Williams and that's my posting. So here's the thing. Everybody there, all the homeless population know it's you. They know that you're posting it up. You told them where to go and what other cities you're going to. And then to turn around and be a coward about it and not stand up and say, yeah, that's me. I'm just trying to make a buck or whatever the heck you're trying to do. It's wrong. And then taking people's money saying how you're going to raise $80,000 to put up all these solar panels and help people and help the community. But yet there's no plan of action. It's just all smoke and mirrors. Rather than going to the city like I did many times when I had ideas and things that we can do in the city of Montebello, where I'm from, and going to city council meetings saying, hey, we could do this. This is also what we can do. We can also build this, or we can also fund this, or we could have, I just had a bunch of answers all the time at every city council meeting. You did not do that. You did not go to the city and say, hey, guess what? This is what I'm doing. This is a good way to approach it. I'm going to go here. Hey, can I set up over here and just demonstrate? But you did 1 week. You didn't go to city council meetings. You didn't do none of that. You just showed up, did it, posted on Craigslist, posted on GoFundMe to give you money to buy some more crap to give to people, and then turn around and take their money. Now they're still homeless, they're still suffering, and they still got needs going on. And you're just filling and lining your pockets with that greenback stuff. You're a scumbag. You're shipwreck. You're lunch meat. Yeah, I could go on forever. I try not to cuss, try to keep it clean just in case somebody's kid's in the video, or if you're watching this, go to bed. You know, maybe I'll do some cussing after hours. But here's the issue. You're not solving anything. You're not helping anything. You're a predator. You're a predator preying on people and needs, wanting to at least someone have a better life on the street. And you line your pockets and you bounce and just take off with their money. That's loser mentality. That's pathetic. So if you see something like this, report it. This is not helping the situation. This does nothing for the homeless. This, in fact, sets them farther back and breaks that trust. This is what we need to do. So everywhere there's homeless people, people have homeless in this city. They don't like it. They make laws, they do stuff, make things illegal, they pass bills, whatever, and then they push them, and then they go to that city. So after they go to that city, they don't want it, blah, blah, same thing, not in my city, not in my place, pass laws, and then they go to this city. Then they go to that city. They migrate. Somebody needs to step up and just start building shelters. Not overpopulated shelters. We're talking like less than 20, maybe less than 30. We're not talking hundreds and hundreds. We also need to provide permanent, stable housing for these people. We also need to fund mental health support for these people. I knew a very good VA outreach person that used to go to Skid Row and used to go 9 months straight showing about how much he cares about people and how he's working hard and working hard. Finally, what ended up happening is this guy, this Army vet, stepped up 9 months later and said, hey, you've been coming here every day. I just want to let you know I'm a homeless vet, and this is what I got going on. So as you can see, it's a relationship effort. It's a relationship building. This stuff ain't gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna get people to just come straight off the street on day one. You gotta build a relationship. Not only that, you gotta give them safety. You gotta give them someplace safe to go to. So if you're sitting there and say, oh, just get all the homeless and shove them in a shelter, I challenge you. I challenge you to go to a shelter and stay there overnight and see how crappy it is. See how horrible these jam-packed sardine cans are. Go talk to the mother that was raped in front of her child while being at a shelter. Go talk to the senior citizen old man who was beat up and taken and stripped naked and taken all of his stuff away from him. These places are hellholes. I've been to some of them, but they're the only answers that people are doing. Like, let's just shove them in, shove them in, shove them in, and then let's just keep passing laws, and they migrate and migrate without giving solid, resolution. So what we need to do is build something safe for them. If we're going to do shelters, make it well monitored, well secured. Don't overpack them. Start building low income housing for not just the homeless, but people that are low income. Start building low income houses. There's many ways of doing it. I know people are going to say, what about the tax dollars? What about that? I don't try to get into politics, but there's ways to do it. You can recycle shipping containers. Look at Long Beach. Look at all those shipping containers. You can easily turn them into studio apartments. So there's ways of doing it. There's ways of going about it. Use solar panels like this guy did. Those are just my opinions. I'm just really ticked off about this guy, and people take advantage. I've been out in the streets seeing people mug the homeless, people beat the homeless, and all this other stuff. I've even seen veterans, combat veterans, Korean War vets, Vietnam vets, Desert Storm vets being on the streets getting beat by people and robbed in broad daylight. So it really ticks me off when people take advantage of human beings, when people take advantage of those who serve their country and those who toed the line and said, if I have to die for this country, I will. If there needs to be violence, then let it be in my time so my children don't have to deal with it. And this is what we do. And we commit violence acts on these people. So you need to come together. Everybody needs to come together as one team and not just blame it on this city, not just put it on that city, not just keep putting out these laws and everything that makes it harder for these guys to become successful and take that one step to move up and get better and stable and independent. So go ahead. If you have any comments, questions, go ahead and drop them in this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification button. Like I said, I try not to get too political in here. I don't want to sit here and say taxes and this and that, but just keep it clean. The problem is this is a nationwide problem, and these scammers tick me off and make me sick. Pushing the problem from one city to another and having these people migrate is not the answer. Mental health, 4 walls and a roof, safety is what's going to help, and it's going to help all these people, So, like I said, hopefully this is informative. It's really off the cuff, and I'm kind of winging it. So I do apologize if I mix up some words, especially when I get into it and get motivated and just get really intense into it. So I do apologize. I even see myself getting closer and closer to the camera. Do apologize. Hopefully I'll be getting some more videos out soon. I do apologize. Like I said, I'm working on a lot of projects behind the scene. Wasn't able to put my whole coolness back here, and I'm coming to you live from, the kitchen sink, and I do have a cool little helmet right here. That's about it. I don't even know what I did. I just grabbed it and put it over there. But like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and also support the Veterans Den channel. Like, share, and pass on to everybody. And like I always say, carry on.